Hey, Joe's Brother Head here. I'm back with April's live stream, unboxing, and review. This time out, I've only got a little bit less time than normal. I've only got about an hour, and I got to get things ready. My daughter's 16th birthday's today, so happy birthday, Lexi, my baby girl. She's sweet 16. Well, maybe not quite so sweet, but you know. Also, just to let you guys know, I am slowly working on improving production values. I'm working on putting together like a theme song for the show and our intro, things like that. So bear with me over the next month or two as I start to bring in more things and try to make it a little more professional, I guess. But this month, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as I mentioned, we are looking at, and it's almost too big to fit on the screen, the G.I. Joe Clutch with Vamp, multi-purpose attack vehicle. So let's take a look at the box. Again, the box has nice cover art. Again, it's a picture of Vamp Clutch in the Vamp. Back behind, we have a ferret with the ferret driver, which has been announced, and I've pre-ordered. We see Clutch. We actually have the figure in the box, which I love. I love seeing an actual figure. Very much old school way it looks. On the side, we have the number saying this is number 112, as I thought on the table. On this side, we have a nice picture of Clutch. Again, so I like that we actually see the character. We don't see the Vamp, but again, it's in pieces. We got put together, I'm assuming. So it's very nice. So I do like, we have a nice picture. Again, the box art, when they had pictures, some were fantastic, some were less than phenomenal. For instance, just looking, the Zorana, sorry, pull this closer. The Zorana figure, the artwork on the box is less than stellar in my opinion, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and take a look at the back of the box. So the back of the box, we have a picture of the Vamp with all the accessories. We get Clutch, his helmets. We get a close view of the Clutch's tattoo and some close-ups of the vehicle itself. Very nice box. I like the box art on this. Again, I guess it's still art. I love the picture. I love how they're including the pictures instead of just the drawings. And we get occasional glimpses of upcoming items. Like I said, I've pre-ordered the ferret myself, so can't wait for that to come out. 1 second. Apparently I'm having a problem with the streaming to Facebook for some reason. Just 1 sec. I'll make an adjustment here real quick to get the screen out. Okay, there you are. So again, for anyone that's watching in the chat, please feel free to let me know what you think. Any improvements you think I make to the show, or what you think about what we're looking at. So we're going to, sorry for any noise. I'm moving things around because again, in my nephew wisdom, I forgot to get some scissors to open it. Again, the box is taped up. Here's tape on the side. Hold up so you can see it. Again, there's tape on the side holding the box closed. So we're going to cut that open. Set the scissors over here out of the way. Remember, if you're a kid, get your parents' assistance when using scissors. I should have an adult here with me, but I don't. She's at work. We have the Clutch with Vamp multi-purpose attack vehicle, the ammo box. We'll put that to the side right now. And we'll bring out the main display. Main item, as it were. Put that down. Again, so there is, what is this? Oh, something new. Very nice. I approve, Hasbro. We get a black and white drawing of Vamp and the Clutch. Okay, it's the instructions on how to put it together. That's what it is. Okay, so it's nothing really new. It gives us instructions. I thought maybe it was a blueprint at first, which I miss. I miss the blueprints that the toys used to come with. I'm sure you guys that follow this remember those. Let me put this box out of the way for now. So it's not quite as many pieces as I thought it might be. So let's pull out the Vamp first, I guess. Pull the Vamp out. Put the instructions down. And the scissors are over here now. I will slice open the tape again. Again, there's tape on here. I will slice the tape open to get to the toy. Put it down so I don't drop it again. And we'll open it up. And in this box, this is all held together with the Vamp base. Put that to the side. We have the Vamp itself. It's protected with a plastic wrap that we're going to unpeel, maybe. Like, oh, there we are. Yeah, just a no scissor anything needed, just unpeels. We'll unpeel the Vamp. And this plastic bag is trash. I'm not going to take it apart, so I don't need to keep this box. I'm going to throw this all away eventually. So here's the main Vamp itself. Here's the tow rope. Very nice. Okay, there's a little gear here you can use to roll it back up. Very nice. We're going to, the tow rope. We're going to set it down here real quick. And the instruction tells us to put the wheels on first. Here's the instructions. So we're going to go back to the box. And the wheels are taped in here. Whoops. Vamp just fell to the floor. Vamp. Clutch fell to the floor. So we'll pull the wheels out. There's two there. And like a little box that's taped to the back of the box. So I just give it a little tug, pull the bottom. The wheels will come right out. Also, what I'm going to do, give me 1 second, fellas. Ladies. We're going to pick up clutch that fell out of the box. So, following the instructions, we're going to pop these wheels right on. They pop on. Take it, and they pop right on. They seem to hold pretty secure. Then we'll flip it around. Let me roll this tow rope back up. Like I was saying earlier, this is probably the greatest thing, and that's why I'm doing this one today instead of some of the other toys. This is probably the greatest thing that they've released since the Trouble Bubble. But again, I'm a huge fan of Trouble Bubble, as anyone that listens to me know, so it's hard to top that. We're going to pop in the other wheel. Just 1 second. Okay. Just checking Facebook, make sure there's nothing on there I need to see. And pop on the other wheel. And there you go. Voila. I'm going to turn this a little bit. Today I got my Snake Eyes shirt on that I received from a good friend, Hoover Jeremiah. Thanks, Hoover. It whirls very nicely, but we're not done yet. Apparently there is a gun that goes in the back. So there was nothing else in the box showing, so I will assume it's in the ammo box. We'll open up the ammo box. We got 2 bags in there, plus the generic little instruction, or not instruction sheet, but safety information, all that jazz. Who cares about safety? I'm going to assume it's the bigger bag. So again, it's got the standard G.I. Joe Cobra baggie, paper baggie. We'll tear the top off of this, and lo and behold, again, it's all that's in that bag, so we're not going to keep that bad boy. That'll go in the trash also. The gun's in a plastic mount, so we'll pull the guns out. This one gun came off, so we're going to, it goes down here. So we'll attach, doesn't say, but assuming that the right numbers go on the outside, we'll attach the gun to there. And then the gun, plastic for it. There's a little peg here. There's a little hole in the bottom of the thing. This pops on. It's secure. And there's the gun. This piece comes off. Just 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. So I assume that, no. I'm not sure where this goes. I'll put it back on. Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay. So it's a little plastic thing that popped off. Sorry about that. It goes on the front of here, which I'm realizing my table I picked out isn't quite high enough. But we'll pop that on for now. See, it looks like a spot for a gunner to sit or something, or stand. I'm wondering if I got this backwards. Of course, the guns were on there, because this clearly goes on here. And this side goes on here, which to me says that these are backwards. Oops. And the whole thing comes apart like a Lego. It just pops on. I don't know how secure this is. So I would assume this goes on here. Okay, that's a little better. There's a couple slots on. There you go. I don't know. We'll put it on. We'll figure it out to go. I'll pop this back on. And then there's the final weapons bag. And apparently there's some cable to go into it. So, and gas tanks, axes. So we're going to open up this final bag. And let's dump everything into my greedy little hands. And so, yeah, so we got some gasoline tanks, 2 of those. Which, let me turn this, pull this down. The gasoline tanks go onto the back of here, I'm assuming. Looking at the instructions, maybe not. Actually, it looks like it goes on the side. There's no pegs for it. Well, for now, it fits right there. We're going to put it right there for right now. We have a shovel. We have the ammo belts. There's 2 of those. There is this package here, which I'm not quite sure what it is. There is the spotlights, which show the instructions show they go on top of here, which would be assumed. I'll show that in a minute. We have his gun, which we'll put over with him. We have his helmets, which we'll put with the figure. We have some other odds and ends. Looks like I'm not sure what that is. There's that. There's a fire extinguisher, very nice to have. A bunch of little odds and ends. More lights, which we'll put to the side right now. Handy dandy axe. Another little roll bar something, a little plastic piece, which we'll look at the instructions and figure out maybe. And there's 2 of those. And a wrench. So looking at the instructions, so it tells us that the gun goes popped in, and these go. There's a place for it. Oh, right in here, you can see there's a little hole for the gun ammo belt to go through. And I guess this just sits here. Just looking, there's no holes in it to go on anything. So again, that's where the box art maybe comes in helpful. To see if we can see where that goes. And yeah, okay, here we are. The side view, it doesn't show us. Oh, there it is. Okay, it just hangs there, it looks like. Oh, okay, that's what. Okay. So I was wrong to begin with. So these guns were right the first time. I was wrong. So we'll flip these guns around, pin them back on here. I thought maybe this was a step for someone to stand on or something, man, and do it manually. But no, the step goes in the front. It pops on here. And that is where the ammo boxes sit. So we'll feed the ammo into the gun. Bear with me 1 second, ladies. Okay, there we are. I had it backwards. So the ammo belt feeds into the pull you guys a little closer so you can see. The ammo belt feeds into the gun to the side, and the box sits on that little ledge. And then there's one on this side also. We'll get this figured out. Same way here. Ammo belt goes fed into the little hole in the side. Ammo box goes there like that. And then we move on to the other equipment and stuff, items. So we're looking at the instructions. Here's the front, it looks like. So there's lights that go, one goes down here. The lights just pop on. And another set goes up here on top. Bear with me while I mount the lights. There you go, turn the gun up a little bit. The lights go on top so you can see where he's going. There's the lights. And then I'm trying to see here. Okay, so the shovel, the shovel goes on the front of the Jeep, like so. Goes on the front of the Jeep, like so. Got the lights on. Okay, the handbars I was referring to earlier, looks like they go on to the roll bar. So they go on to, can you see that guy? Oh, I'm turning a little bit more this way. There you go. These go onto here for people to hold on to. There's one on that side and one on this side. There is, let me see here real quick. This little doodad here, whatever it is, it pops onto the front. There's holes. There's a big hole and a little hole. It's kind of like I mentioned earlier, like a Lego. It just pops on like a Lego there. For those that remember playing with Legos when you were a tyke. The saddlebag thing, whatever it is, goes on the front. Again, there's holes in it. Just pop it on like a Lego. It's a Lego Vamp. Okay. Almost done, ladies and gentlemen. On the back. Yeah, so the gas tanks go there. The fire extinguisher. Okay, I'm trying to where this stuff goes. Yeah, I'm looking at the back of it. Okay, the axe goes here. And Heinz joins us in the chat. He says, hi, Aaron. Hi, Heinz. Glad you could join us, buddy. Let me know what you think about the video. I enjoy hearing from you guys. So the axe pops on the back there like so, which just leaves the fire extinguisher, which looks like it goes, I don't know. Okay, it goes fire extinguisher. I'm not sure the fire extinguisher goes offhand. It looks, oh, okay, it mounts. See, it looks like it mounts. Oh, okay, I'm an idiot. Inside here, it's hard to see, especially my fat fingers. Right back in here, there's a little holster for it. Right behind the driver's seat. There you go. There's a little, it's hard to see in there. But the fire extinguisher goes in the back. In fact, let me pop this out real quick. There you go. The fire extinguisher goes right there, a little holder for it. This comes on and off a little too easy for my liking, but it's helped me out. But we'll put that on. And that leaves the wrench, which it doesn't show any place on the diagram for the wrench. So I assume it goes with the driver. So going back to me now. Hi. So we got the wrench, which I'm going to put to the side right now. We've got Clutch and his helmet, gun. And actually, it's an extra helmet. Clutch comes with a pistol. In addition to his shotgun. Again, it's in the plastic, molded plastic. So Clutch pops right out. There's Clutch. And his gun, in theory, pops out. And we're going to toss this. We don't need that anymore. So, Clutch. Here is Clutch, ladies and gentlemen. His helmet comes off. He's got a nice do. He's got his beard. He's famous for, I'm saying he's famous for, he's got tattoos on his arms. Tattoo there. And one on that side. Very nice. He's got a little flashlight, looks like. Doesn't come off. He's got some stuff on his belt. He's got a holster for his gun, which we're going to put his gun in his holster. Good place for it. In fact, maybe the wrench. Nope, it doesn't go in his belt. There's a hole in his holster. I thought maybe the wrench went into. Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, that's not in the whole iron. There we go. Yeah, so the wrench can go up in his holster like that. There's a little wrench. And that leaves his helmets and his shotgun. So he's got his secondary battle helmet, if you will. This is the full face covering. We put that on him. And he's got his full face covering battle helmets. Or if you prefer, and it just pops on and off, we've got his more standard regular helmets. So we got extra helmet for him. And we have his shotgun. Here's his shotgun. I'm calling it a shotgun. That's what it looks like to me. Again, I'm not a gun person. Someone that knows, correct me. Again, relatively easy movement. Not too stiff. Let me try the legs. Yeah, not some of the guys have been a little stiff in the legs. Clutch actually moves relatively freely, but not too free. His head swivels. His head's on the swivel. Again, got his arms can move. Yeah. This one's not actually as tight as a lot of the other figures are. So Clutch is a loose, easygoing guy, I guess. And again, we'll go back to the vehicle. There we are. And Clutch can sit right in. Let's see. How easy is it to get? We'll move the gun. And normally go through the doorway, but we're going to pop his bad self in through the top. And he sits right down. Hands go on the steering wheel. Oh, that's nice. The window can pop open, or if you need to, you can pop it open to see better. If your window's all dirty or whatever, pop it closed. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably a better term than what I'm using, but for now, we'll put his gun in the seat next to him. and his extra helmet right now we'll put in the seat next to him. And there we have, move the instructions out of the way. And there we have Clutch. Again, the Vamp rolls rather nicely. No snags on that. The mirrors are, they move a little, they're not adjustable per se. They're a little, they're some piece of plastic. So you got to be careful with that, I'm assuming. Like I said, there's a tow rope. You can pull it out this way or go under the lights and pull it out this way. There's a little wheel here. Just if you guys have played, if anything, with a tow rope, you know how it works. You just roll this back up. This will go into here. It's got little hooks here on the front, so you can hook things to. Very nice, very realistic. These hooks actually move. I could see these being plastic molded, but these actually can move up and down. So it's very nice. Like I say, the shovel, let me see if it turns around maybe. The shovel can come on and off. We'll pop it back on the front. Yeah, I think it sits better. In fact, let's move it down a little bit. There's a little groove there. Maybe not. Anyways, gas tanks and the axe is back here on the back. The turret can fire. It moves rather freely. Again, a little too freely. These ammo boxes just sit there. There's nothing really holding them on. It's like a little ledge it sits on. I think it would be better if it had something kind of help to hold it in a little better. And this turret seems to come off a little too easy for a toy. I know most collectors probably just put it together, put it on their shelf and leave it there. But if you do want to play, it's got some nice suspension. A little give here to show the suspension. Again, you got handlebars if you want to put Joe's on here. There's no foot pegs like in the old toys they could stand on. But I'm going to reach behind me. Oh, who we got here? We've got Shipwreck is joining the party. All right, guys. So we'll put Shipwreck on here, and let's see how well he can hold on. His hand, in theory, can grasp this thing. I don't want to break his thumbs. Afraid of break. I'm not sure how much I'm going to use with other guys hanging on to it, but he can hold on to here. And Clutch and Shipwreck are on the way to, there you go. He can kind of hang on to here. Whoops. His head came off. Put his head back on. See, it's a little hard to get him to hold on to this. Because again, I'm afraid of breaking. Yes, there's no, his hand. Yeah, I'm afraid of breaking him, so I'm not going to shove that into his hand. But in theory, he should all stand here and hold on to this. The pegs on the side, not quite. This one's almost big enough. So he can actually hold on to here. There you go. Halfway, but he's holding on. There's enough room for another passenger and another person on the other side can hang on to. Again, like I say, it rolls rather nicely. Shipwreck hang on for dear life with Polly on his shoulder. So again, I like the Vamp. It's a very nice vehicle. I wasn't quite sure at first. I went back and forth on whether I should buy it. Well, I say there's some things I would have done better if I was in charge, but then again, we've talked about that. There's a lot I would do differently if I was in charge. But yeah, one thing, like I say, this seems a little, the turret seems a little loose as far as popping off, and these the ammo belt containers. Please correct me if I'm wrong. If Jared happens to see this, I'm sure you can tell me the right name for these the ammo gun belt thingamajiggers. See something there a little more to hold these on a little better. Maybe a little hole in it so they pop on another Lego piece or something. But this is the Vamp. Again, what we're going to do is we're going to move Shipwreck off. We got Polly. Move him to the side. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Everyone's got. Oh, there we are. We'll pull out old man Outback. Pull his backpack off. And we'll throw old man Outback in here with him. Because he's an old man. He needs his rest. See, this one here is a little stiffer. I heard if you put him in water, soak him in warm water, that's supposed to help loosen him up. I do minor posing with him, so I don't really worry so much about that. But Outback can sit right here next to him. Again, his gun and his helmet's there, so it's not sitting quite as well as it should. If I was a smarter man, I would move those, which will move the helmet out of the way, and we'll pet. Just curious. Nope, his hair's too big. Won't go on him. He's got to have certain hair. But we'll pet Outback in the co-pilot seat, if you will, in the passenger seat. That's what it's called. He's a little wild. He's an old man going, Yahoo! I fit his leg in there properly. There we are. And so Outback can sit there, hold his helmet for him, and assist him. So there we are. There's old man Outback and Clutch in the Vamp. I wish there was some place you could attach their backpacks, or have like a glove box, a trunk or something to open up so you could put their backpacks in. Because now he's got nowhere to carry his backpack. So for now, we'll just place it on there. But this is see, I'm not happy with the way this turret's designed. It keeps popping off when you move it too much. And the ammo boxes I think that's what they're called, keeps popping off. But other than the gun turret not staying on properly when you move it, and the ammo box is kind of sliding off, I'm enjoying it. I like the Vamp. There's all these neat little accessories. The axe can come off, and you can use it to fight with. There's, again, they could have made the extra gas tanks molded in, but they're loose. So you can pull them out and, run out of gas and put it back on. This is the Vamp. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Did you guys order it? I forgot to mention there is a tow hook on the back, so you can hook on a vehicle and tow it. Again, I don't have any other vehicles other than the Sprinter's Air Chariot and the Trouble Bubble, which you can't really tow, so I can't hook that up and see, but there's a tow hook here. The bottom of it just looks like a standard car. I dropped his backpack. That's why I wish there was some way to find it. Oh, they're probably over there. So I just wish so my cons against it, there's no place to store their backpacks if you pet someone that has a backpack on it, and the gun turret doesn't quite stay on properly. If I'm doing something wrong, let me know. And the gun ammo boxes can kind of pop off rather easily, in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think. Did anyone else get the Vamp? And what do you guys think of it? Send me an email to gijoe@headspeaks.com. Also, if you're watching this, I'm terrible at this. If you're liking what I'm doing here, if you liked any of my shows, especially my live videos, hit the subscribe and like buttons down below. Let me know. You can send me an email, like I said, to gijoe@headspeaks.com. Let me know what you think about the show. You can leave messages in the chat, just like Heinz did. Thank you for joining us, Heinz. I appreciate you, buddy. It's always good to see you when you show in the chat, show up on the show. And just looking real quick, it looks like both my views right now are on X, the platform, not the drug. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not judging people. And that brings us to 134. I said I was only going to do the Vamp, but I think I've got time for one more item. So I'm going to spin around here, open up my drawer of mystery, which you can't see. There you go, my drawer of mystery where I hold everything. And who do I pull out? Who do I pull out? Oh, let's pull out. Yeah, it's 1:30. I've got time. I don't know if you guys want to see another or not, but you're gonna. We're gonna pull out Tunnel Rats. Again, we've got the nice picture of Tunnel Rat, a close-up drawing of him. Shows his weapons and everything he has up here. On the side, he's number 83 of the lot. On this side, we get the nice drawing. So again, I like these newer boxes. I still prefer the boxes with the plastic so you can see what you're getting, because you never know who pops it open in the store and pulls the toy out and replaces it with some crap figure. But if you're going to not do the plastic packaging, I like when they have a picture with a little drawing. That way, because you got the picture and it's not an artist's interpretation, which I say you get some crap drawing sometime, but you still have the drawing if you want the drawing on there. Again, I like it. Shows how tall the characters are. He's 152 millimeters or 6 inches. It shows on the back. Actually, just shy of that. Shows his weapons back here. A close-up of his the patch on his shoulder, and a close-up of his backpack. It looks like. So we're going to go and take a look at tunnel rats. While I'm opening this, I'm going to talk a little bit. So I'm sure everyone knows this. Again, we got some tape on here I need to pull off. I'm sure everyone knows this, but Tunnel Rat was modeled after the father of G.I. Joe himself, Larry Hama. A lot of the figures were either named after somebody that's related to the product line, either artist or whatever it may be, or modeled to look like them. I hear Leatherneck is modeled to look like, I forget who it is now. Leatherneck's modeled to look like one of the creators, one of the artists. But here is Tunnel Rat. Got the nice drawing of him in the back. We got him strapped in, pet him down. And again, the other ever famous ammo box, number 83. Tunnel Rat, just in case you forget who you have. With the ammo box aside, again, I'll pull out my trusty scissors. Again, make sure you have a parent or guardian or adult with you. Mine's at work, so we're doing it by myself. And we'll cut these straps off. Cut the straps off on his arms and around his feet. So Tunnel Rat comes out of the box. We're going to take this, put it back together because you got to pull it loose to get into it a little bit easier. Again, the box has a nice drawing of Tunnel Rat. Nicky, I believe his name is. I forget his last name now. Please forgive me. Pull off these plastic pieces, throw in my trash container. And this is going to go back into the box because I'm anal. I save all of this. So Tunnel Rat, he's got a loose gun belt. It could probably come, it could come off if you wanted to. He's got his holster, which again is relatively loose. His handkerchief around his neck. Nice looking figure. Ammo belt's a little loose on it. It may come off if you're not careful. As far as the bending ability of it, not too bad. A little stiff. His feet are stiff. There he goes. These are a little stiff, but again, it's a new toy just out of the package, so it's going to be a little stiff. Not too bad. I've seen worse. His head pops off, which we'll see if there's an extra head for him or if it just pops off. I guess if you're a customizer, it makes it easy if you want to customize things. But let's go ahead and take a look inside the box. Again, this one has the instructions, which I'm throwing out. I don't care. I don't care. Show me your dirty underwear. Oh, open up the bag. And we pull it out, and he's got a bunch of equipment. Again, we throw the bag away. I can keep the bag for now. So in here we have a knife. That's a knife. We have his famous, I don't know, famous, but the toy had it, the light. The secondary light. I guess it's the gun belt it looks like for his gun. Ammo box. That's what I'm looking for, kids. Okay, his shotgun or whatever it is. Again, I'm calling it a shotgun. His gun. It's got the legs that come down so you can prop it up so you can fire. He's doing marksman. Kind of he did when he didn't fire it, but when he first appeared in issue 59, when the Joes came up and they said, "Well, you let yourself uncover." He goes, "No, I had you covered the entire way." That's what we covered him with. He's got his backpack. There's his backpack. We'll look at it in more of a minute. He's got his little bag here, which he keeps his rations in, I'm assuming. He's got a pistol. And he's got his lights, his headgear, his headlights, whatever you want to call it. So let's take a look at the figure itself. I say this. So he's got a removable head. I haven't pulled on him, so I don't know if they're all that way. It looks like it's made that way. It pops on and off. The headgear pops on so you can see in the dark. Looking around, there's a spot on the side of him for his knife. The knife right here, there's a little pouch his knife can slide into. His pistol, as I said, can go up here in his front, just like Clutch had. His pistol goes into the gun holster on the front. That leaves his gun. Keep wanting to call it a shotgun. His gun, and I'm assuming it's an ammo belt. I don't know where this goes. I don't see a spot for it on the gun anywhere. And again, unlike the Vamp, it doesn't come with instruction. Oh, there we are. Okay. So on the bottom of the gun, there's a little hole. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little hole right in front of the trigger guard. So I'm assuming this pops in that little hole one way or the other. Just playing with it. It's the gun. There we go. So that just the ammo belt just pops into the rifle, the sniper rifle, whatever it is. Again, if Jared was here, he could correct me on what I'm calling these. So this sets to the side. And finally, there's the backpack with the two little flashlights, which is, again, the backpack has little holes in the top for the little lights to pop into, to have a classic looking. Let's turn around so we can have one in the front and one in the back. There you go. Got one facing frontward and one facing backward. So you can see in front of him, behind him. Backpack will go on him. Again, they all have little holes for their backpacks. His backpack will go on him like so. And there's Tunnel Rat. He's got his gun. There's no good way for him to hold it without holding it. So we'll pop that into his hand. So what do you guys think? You guys enjoy this unboxing review show I'm doing? Would you guys like to see something different? Would I be doing this a different way? Let me know. I'm always interested in making the show better. So this is Tunnel Rat, a.k.a. Larry Hama. I mean, again, as I said, it's supposed to be modeled after Larry Hama. And I can kind of see the resemblance for younger Larry to this guy. So I definitely see the resemblance. But this is Tunnel Rat. I had to order it. Again, I like Tunnel Rat. He came into the line about the time I started buying the comic. Actually, his first appearance was the second issue I bought. So Tunnel Rat, and he was in the movie. Tunnel Rat holds a special place in my heart. In addition, he looks like Larry Hama. So he can hold his rifle. And there is Tunnel Rat. He's the guy you send when you go into tunnels. Again, the stock or whatever you want to call it, the legs fold up for out of the way storage when he's using it as just a regular gun. Or when he's crouched down targeting something, he can pull it down and use it as a brace. So this is Tunnel Rat. I like him. Great figure. Not too stiff. His head's a little loose on coming off. I say this is the first one that actually pops off right away. None of the others. I mean, like Shipwreck's hair can pop off a little easily. But yeah, for not having a removable or switchable head, his head pops off a little too easy. I haven't pulled on any of the others to see if they're as easy to pull off. Afraid of breaking it, but I do like Tunnel Rat. He's a great figure. He's a great character. Like I say, he only showed up, as far as I know, animation in the movie. Again, as I said previously, I haven't watched the DIC or the Deke series or Dick series or how you pronounce it. I haven't watched that yet. I'll watch that when we get there on the show. But Tunnel Rat, ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think? Did you guys buy Tunnel Rat? Do you like Tunnel Rat? Do you guys have the OG Tunnel Rat? Let me know what you think. Again, headspeaks.com. If you're liking what I'm doing, hit this like and the subscribe buttons down below. Also, I guess I should do this. You can always call and leave a message at 1-559-500-3182. Again, that phone number is 559-500-3182. Leave a message. I'll play it on the air, either here or my main show. And looking real quick, also, if you like what I'm doing, visit our Patreon, patreon.com/headcastnetwork. Throw a few bucks in the tin, and you can join subscribers or Patreon, such as fellow podcaster Gene Hendricks, and also the gentleman that I am going to say is, I forgot to announce at the beginning of the show, that sponsored this episode, Big Daddy Cool. Sorry, not Big Daddy, Big Danny Cool. Big Danny Cool was one of our big subscribers over on Patreon, big supporters. So join Danny and Gene, throw a few bucks in the tin, let me know. Appreciate the work. And again, I'm back here normally every fourth Sunday of the month with recording either a Bravo team or the regular show. This month, we're not going to be on the fourth Sunday because my granddaughter's birthday is tomorrow. My daughter's birthday, as I mentioned earlier, is today. So to keep things separate, my son is having my granddaughter's birthday party next Sunday. Not caring about the old man's recording schedule, but it's all right. It's my granddaughter. It's my baby granddaughter. Well, not a baby. She's a teenager, but God, I'm getting old. But anyways, so there won't be a show next Sunday. I was thinking about, or the fourth Sunday, I'm sorry, the 28th. I was thinking about maybe doing the 27th, which is next Saturday, but I haven't made a determination yet. I'll do that next day or two and decide if so. I'll post it on the Facebook and check it out. The show releases on, one second, I made changes to my shows. So G.I. Joe, the episodes release on the second Thursday of the month. The Bravo team comes on the fourth Thursday of the month. And the Adventures Continues comes on the third Thursday of the month. I skipped that one. I was announcing it earlier. I have put it in order because Adventure Continues right now only has one episode left. Due to life, and I'll talk about at the beginning of the next episode, the last episode, we had to put the show on hold, and we never started it. Sorry if I show up at the game. So next month, just thinking real quick. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to think where I'm at. No, yes. Next month in May will be the final episode of The Adventure Continues. We are supposed to start playing a new adventure. Hasbro. I'm sorry, not Hasbro, but Renegade Studios has released books for Transformers, G.I. Joe, and in the comic books, Dreamwave. It's not right. Whoever's currently doing the G.I. Joe comic, they've got the Transformers and G.I. Joe combined in what they call the Energon universe. So the game we're going to start playing is in the Energon universe. G.I. Joe's a new team forming up, and it's going to have Transformers appearing once in a while. Our game master, the wonderful Eric, he does a Transformers game on one week, and then the next week he will be doing a G.I. Joe game. So I'm talking to him and the guys. We may record those and start releasing the G.I. Joe episodes. They're wondering if it may be too confusing for listeners only getting part of the story, but I'm like, well, if it's not confusing for us players only getting part of it, I wouldn't think it'd be confusing for listeners, but I don't know. So we're still discussing that. We'll see. So there may be a continuation down the road somewhere. We'll wait and see. But I do have my other two main shows. I've also got my Head Speaks on the first Tuesday of the month. Again, Head Speaks, I talk about anything geek related, anything that I feel like talking about. Right now, I'm getting near the end of my coverage of the Power of the Atom. The second Tuesday of the month, I'm looking at Task Force X. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I forgot one last thing. It was sitting here on the side. His bag. It can go over his head, his shoulder. Let me see real quick. Go over his head. We'll bring it around his arm. And there's this little bag. If it's ammo, if it's rations, what it is. But his bag goes on him. Sorry about that, Tunnel Rat. Forgot to give you your bag. Second Tuesday of the month, Task Force X, where I look at the Suicide Squad book written by John Ostrander. And again, I'm in the last year or so of that. The third Tuesday of the month, we look at the Starman Adventure Show, where I look at the Will Payton Starman book. Again, I'm probably in the last year of that. I'm nearing the end of that book. The fourth Tuesday of the month, we look at Voyager's Cast. That's where the wife and I, sorry, Mrs. Welk, the wife and I look at the TV show Voyagers from 1982 through 1983 about a time traveler. Again, we're nearing the end of that one. I think I'm working on episode 20, which is the last episode of the series. And I got one or two more episodes left to wrap things up on that one. So that one's nearing an end. Well, back over on Thursdays, I talked about the second, third, and fourth Thursdays. The first Thursday of the month is the Starbright Project. That's where the wife and I look at the Quantum Leap TV series. It's either the new one that just ended, unfortunately, or if we don't have time to record one of those, I've got a couple of old ones of Sam's Adventures we're releasing. So we look at Quantum Leap, the TV show. For the original show, this is wife's first time. I'm an old hand at it. I love the show. And we're recording it, our thoughts. And then the new show, we both just started. I mean, it's a new show, so first time for both of us. So check us out. Again, I'm available over on Facebook for G.I. Joe. It's at facebook.com/groups/G.I. Joe. Everything else is facebook.com/groups/Headcast Network. You can email me for the show at gijoe@headspeaks.com. You can call the call the phone number below and leave a message, 559-500-3182. And I'm on X under both Headcast Network and G.I. Joe, a Royal American Headcast. I'm on Instagram under Headcast Network. I don't do as much on those platforms as I probably should, but working on it. And I think that's good. Oh, and also YouTube.com. YouTube.com is, just one second, is at youtube.com/@g.i.joe_headcast. And I'm not quite sure if that's case sensitive, but we're going to type it in and see real quick. Cast. And no, it's not case sensitive. So it's g.i.joe_headcast. You can join us over there. And again, I stream this show every third Friday. Third Friday of the month. And then I normally stream whatever recording, either whether it be a Bravo team or a main show, the fourth Sunday of the month. So be sure to join us. Give us your thoughts. Send me an email. Give me a phone call. Let me know. Leave a message on the Facebook groups. I'm eager to hear from you guys. But again, it's getting on close to 2:00. I've got to wrap things up here so I can pack up the car and get ready for my daughter's birthday party this afternoon or this evening. So again, I want to thank you guys all for joining in. Again, thank you very much. Go back to my comments. Thank you very much, Heinz, for joining us. I enjoy seeing you show up on the chat. I love knowing you're out there. And anyone else, if you're out in the chat, feel free to let me know at any time. Send me a message. Again, as I'm working on this, like and subscribe buttons down below if you like what I'm doing. Check us out. Until next time, I guess that's going to do it. Remember, knowing is half the battle. Yo, Joe.